morning students, myself Swati Thakre, your science teacher from the Pratibha International School. Students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine, taking care of against the coronavirus. So, students, eat healthy food, drink boiled water, take care of yourself and your family too. Okay, so students, I hope you all are doing well. Don't worry about your studies, just go through each and every video. Okay students, and also don't forget to attend each and every video and give a comment on the comment section regarding your attendance, that is your name and division. Okay students, so students, before starting today's session, here I would like to say something to all of you. There are few students who have uploaded their submission of notebook, that is notes, worksheet and assignment on the Google Drive. I have checked their all the submission and give them a remark also. Okay students, and I am keeping record of those students also. But few of the students are failed to upload their submission. So students, as early as possible, you all have to submit your submission on the Google Drive so that I can check and revert you back. Okay? And don't worry about your studies. If you have queries, then you can feel free to ask me on my mail ID, which is seen at the last slide. Okay? And don't take tension about any kind of studies. Okay students? Just go through each and every video and just see the textbook, read textbook, what is lesson over there, what is video, what are the things, just correlate over there and go through exercise also. Okay? Now students, what we have seen in the previous sessions, we have seen in the previous session revisions. Okay, revision of lesson number 3, revision of lesson number 9. So in today's session also we are going to revise next chapter, that is the lesson number 11, pressure. Okay students, but before starting today's session, here I want to ask you one question, that we really see that the pressure is exerted by the solids, liquids and gases. Okay, so what is a pressure? What is a pressure? Yes students, anybody tell me what is a pressure? What is the formula for the pressure? If you know that, then you will get today's session easily. Because in today's session we are going to revise the lesson number 11, pressure, in different way. Means in different way means in the application type, where this pressure is applicable in our day-to-day life. All of you know that pressure is applicable in our day-to-day life. How it is applicable students? Can anybody student tell me? Give me any example. Okay, while hammering the nail, we really apply the pressure over there. Okay students, or we really apply the force over there. Force and pressure, these two terms are correlated with each other. Okay, because the formula for the pressure is equal to force upon area. Means the force exerted on unit area is nothing but a pressure. Okay, so we have just gone through the theory of pressure, but in today's session we just think that how this pressure is applicable in our day-to-day life, in our surrounding, where these pressures are applicable. Okay, so this we are going to revise in today's session. So shall we start students today's session? So students, here are the questions which are from your exercise. Let's think. Okay, last questions are there. So here we just discuss what are these questions, what are the possible answers for this question, and you have to think over here. That's why the question is let's think. Okay, you have to just correlate this question with the pressure, how the pressure is applied in each case. Okay, so the first question is, why human beings cannot dive for more than 120? Why the human beings cannot dive for more than 120 minutes under the water? Okay, students. So students, in this question 120, after 120 there is minute underwater which is remain over here. So the question is, again I repeat, why human beings cannot dive for more than 120 minutes under the water? So students, can you guess why human beings cannot dive for more than 120 minutes under the water? Yes students, think about it. Is it related to the pressure? Yes. What really happens when any kind of human beings dive into the water? Yes students, anybody? We have seen what is pressure, how this pressure applied by the solids, liquids and gases. Okay students? So you have to just correlate that kind of theory into this application based type of question. Think really students. It is really imaginary. Why the human beings cannot dive for more than 120 minutes under the water? Yes? Yes students? So here just we discuss this answer of question. See students, the human beings possesses lung for the respiration. This all of you know that. Okay. So human lung really want oxygen to breathe. Okay. They really want oxygen to breathe. But the water is nearly 800 times denser than the air and also much heavier than the air. So whenever you dive deep and deeper into the water, what will happen students over there? The force of all that water will act on your body. Okay, so the weight of that water above the diver exerts a pressure on the body of that human being. Okay, so whenever the human being goes deeper and deeper, the more water exerts pressure above him body. Okay, more pressure is exert over there. So the pressure which is experienced by the human being at certain depth is sum of all the pressure above him, that is both from the water and the air. Because whenever human beings goes deeper and deeper into the water which is present surrounding, that all water exerts pressure as well as the air exerts pressure over there. So at the depth there is increased pressure. This we have seen in the activities of pressure also. As we go deeper and deeper, the pressure goes on increasing. This thing here applicable. Okay, this thing is over applicable. So what will happen students? The pressure above, okay, the increased pressure underwater also affects how we breathe. Okay, because we really need the oxygen. But what happens, students, when the human being goes deeper and deeper, the pressure, high pressure get compresses the lung, because there occurs a pressure on your lung for taking the oxygen, because the surrounding pressure due to the water and air is more on your body. So the human being take in more air as breathe. Okay, take in more air as breathe. Okay, so means take in more air as they goes deep and deep, and also their body absorbs the nitrogen as they goes deeper and deeper. Their oxygen level is really less over there, so we are unable to take that oxygen. So there is urgent demand of oxygen in our body. Due to this, human beings cannot dive more than 120 minutes under the water. Okay, students, here we have applied our theory point, that is under the depth or at the deeper, the pressure goes on increasing. Okay, the next question. Just think, students, why is one not able to open windows of airplane when flying in it? Yes, student, think about it. Suppose you are going to your destination with the aeroplane, and you are not open windows of airplane. Why you are not open windows of aeroplane, or why all the doors are closed or all the windows are closed while traveling through the aeroplane? Yes, students, think about it. You have to think over here scientifically. What exactly the science is apply over here? Yes, students. Why we cannot open the windows during traveling through the aeroplane? Yes, students. Anybody? Yes, anybody? All 8th standard students, think. Yes. So students, here you have to correlate this with the pressure. What happens inside the aeroplane? See, students, the difference in the pressure is created over here. How? See, inside the aeroplane, the pressure is really high, because we have enough oxygen to breathe there. Okay, so whereas at high altitude, or as you go at really high altitude or high height, the pressure outside is goes on decreasing. Okay, the pressure outside the aeroplane is low. Okay, students, that pressure is low. So if you open the windows of the aeroplane, you will pushed out by the high pressure which is inside to out of the plane. Okay, what will happen when you will pushed out by the when you open the windows of aeroplane, you will pushed out by the high pressure inside to out of the plane. Okay, students. See, students, here I again repeat, as we go higher, what will happen when we go higher and high height into the sky? What will happen, students? The air thins out, and airplane cabins need to be pressurized, because there is less amount of air at the uppermost area. Okay, so what will happen? The airplane cabins need to pressurize. So we don't pass out from a lack of oxygen. Okay. So also in low pressure, air is cooler. So when you are at 35,000 feet height, the temperature outside is really very less. Okay, so if you open a window, so all of the compressed air in the cabin would rush out and you would lose the pressure, and everyone on the plane would also get die. So that's why one notable thing you have to do that, what is, don't open the windows of aeroplane while flying in it. Okay students, all of you got what is the relation of pressure over here. Now the next question. What is next question? What are the consequences of high blood pressure in the human body? What are the consequences of high blood pressure in the human body? All of you have heard about the word that is the blood pressure, high BP, low BP. So, what is that blood pressure? What is the pressure exerts in your blood? See students, if the blood pressure is too high, for too long, it can cause really very severe damage or the serious damage to our blood vessel. If there is more and more pressure of blood, see students, all of you know that blood flows through our veins. Okay, so whenever that blood flows through our veins, it has a certain pressure. Okay, but if it flows with high pressure, okay, if it is flow with high pressure, what will happen? It can cause a serious damage to the blood vessels, and due to that damage of blood vessel, what really result over here? The result in range of complications occur, some of which can be really life-threatening complications occurs. That means what happens? Heart failure, vision loss, strokes occur, or kidney diseases, or any kind of heart diseases or the health problems will occur due to this. So, these are the possible consequences that can happen over the time when the high blood pressure is really left untreated. Okay students, so what are the consequences of high blood pressure in the human body? Suppose there is really much more high pressure, high blood pressure in your human body. So what will happen? So students, in that case, there first occurs the damage of heart. Means damage to the heart and the coronary arteries includes the heart attack, heart diseases, congestive heart failure, aortic dissection, and any kind of, that is atherosclerosis, means the fatty build-ups in the arteries that cause them to harden, means the heart related problems are occur there. Okay, first thing. After that, what will happen? Kidney damage occurs, stroke occurs, means heart attack will occur. So these are the consequences of high blood pressure in the human body. Okay students, so this is all about the let's think questions. Now the next question is also the application based question about the pressure. Why a camel can easily walk on? Why a camel can easily walk on sand? Okay students, here the sand is the sand word is there, so it is by mistakenly remain. So students, what is this question? Why a camel can easily walk on the sand but not any kind of animals? So why this is so students? See students, camel walk easily on the on the sand? The answer for this question is, this is due to the fact that nature has provided the camel with broad feet. All of you know that the camel possesses the broad feet. So hence when a camel walks on the sand, the pressure exerted by it on the sand is quite small because the area of contact is more over there, as the legs or the feet are flat of camel. So due to that flat feet, what will happen? The area of contact it get increased, and its feet do not sink much in the sand, due to which what will happen, that feet do not sink much into the sand. Therefore, a camel can easily cross vast regions in the deserts, or it can easily walk on the sand. Again students, what is the question over here? Why camels walk easily on the sand? So here you have to think by the concept of pressure. So students, all of you know that the feet of the camel are broad. So as they are broad, so whenever the camel walk on the sand, what will happen? The feet of that camel, the area of the feet of that camel is in contact with the sand. Okay, so as that area of feet is large or more, so what will happen? Pressure will get decreases and its feet do not sink over there in the sand. Okay students, we all of you know that pressure is equal to force upon area. Means force is directly proportional and area is inversely proportional. Inversely proportional means students, when you increase the pressure, the area get decreases, and if area is more, then pressure is less. Okay, opposite things are there. If pressure is more, then area is less, and if area is more, pressure is less. So here what will happen students? The area of feet of the camel is more. So what will exactly opposite? Pressure will exerts over here is less, and due to the less pressure exert, what will happen? Its feet do not sink on the sand or sink much in the sand. Therefore, camel can easily cross the vast region in the deserts, or camel can easily walk on the sand. The next question is, why do some people suffer from nose bleeding at high altitude? See students, whenever some of the people goes into the really very high altitude, at that time what happen? Their nose goes on bleeding. So why this is so? What is the relation over here about the pressure? Think about it students. What is the application of pressure over here? So the answer for this question is C. The atmospheric pressure is at a maximum on the surface of the earth. Okay, all of you know that the atmospheric pressure is maximum where? On the surface of the earth. So when we go to the higher altitude, means suppose you are go to the high mountain, what will happen? Then the atmospheric pressure goes on decreases. That we have also seen in case of aeroplane type of question. Okay, so atmospheric pressure decreases, so at high altitude the atmospheric pressure becomes much less than our blood pressure. Okay, our blood pressure is more than that of the atmospheric pressure. So in this type of situation, what will happen? Since our blood is at high pressure than the outside pressure, therefore the sum of the blood vessels in our body get burst, and nose bleeding can occur at high altitude due to the increased pressure of our blood vessels. They get burst, and what will happen? Due to that, the nose bleeding can occur at high altitude. Okay students, now next question. Why do climbers take oxygen cylinder along while climbing height? This is also related to the high altitude question or the high mountain. Whenever the climbers goes on the very high height or goes on the mountain, okay, so what will happen? They take oxygen cylinder along with them. So why they take oxygen cylinder along with them, students? Have you think about this question ever? Or anybody student knows that why they takes the oxygen cylinder? You have also seen at the movies also, and in the images of certain book also, that while climbing at a really much height, the person which climbs over there take the oxygen cylinder. So why this is so, students? What is the relation over here to the pressure? So see students, what will happen? The atmospheric pressure decreases with high, okay, height. Okay, so whenever you go into the more and more height, what will happen? The atmospheric pressure goes on decreasing. So therefore oxygen available for breathing is comparatively less. Okay, as you go at the high pressure or the high height, what will happen? There is atmospheric pressure is less, so the oxygen available for the breathing is really less over there. So as a result, the nausea kind of disorder is commonly seen. Okay, and sometimes the blood vessel get burst and mountaineers bleed through the nose. So this is the reason that mountaineers carry oxygen cylinder with them. Okay, this question is also related to the previous question, students. What will happen at really more height? The atmospheric pressure is less. Okay, so as the atmospheric pressure is less, so there is the deficiency of oxygen at really high level. So oxygen available for breathing is really very less. So as a result, what will happen to that person? The nausea kind of disorders occur, or the blood pressure of their body goes on increasing and blood vessels get burst. So mountaineers bleed through the nose due to that increased pressure. So this is the reason that mountaineers carry oxygen with them, so that there occurs the less pressure inside the body if they take oxygen by these cylinders. The next one is, why do deep sea divers wear special suits while diving? Yes students, whenever the deep sea divers are there, they use certain kind of suits. You have also seen at any kind of movies also, students. So why do deep sea divers wear the special suits while diving? Yes students, all of you also have this type of question in your mind. Why these why these divers wear the special kind of suits when they go deeper into the sea? So students, the answer for this question is, the liquid pressure increases with the depth. Okay, here also it is the application of the pressure of liquid. That means whenever you go deep and deep, what will happen? The pressure of liquid goes on increasing at the deep level. So pressure is high at the bottom, therefore the deep sea divers have to wear special suits to protect themselves from the high pressure, otherwise it may crush their bodies. Okay, so at really deeper and deeper level, what will happen? The pressure is high over there, and due to that high pressure, the person will get affected by that pressure and crush their bodies. So to avoid this kind of thing, these divers wear special suits. Okay students, Next, why is heavy truck fitted with 6 to 8 wheels? Have you seen the truck which is fitted with the 6 to 8 wheels, students? Yes, I think most of the students have seen that some of the trucks have 6 to 8 wheels. So why these 6 to 8 wheels instead of 4 wheels to that trucks? So students, see what is answer. A heavy truck is fitted with 6 to 8 wheels because increased area reduces the pressure on the wheels. Okay, the increased area reduces the pressure on the wheels so they do not burst or damage on the road. As the pressure reduces, so wheels, all as the pressure reduces on the wheels, what will happen, student? They do not burst or damage on the road. So that is why truck has broad tires. Okay, so there is less pressure on the ground due to the more surface area of that broad tires. Okay, and the tires do not sink in the soil. The next question is, why do skiers use long flat skies to slide over snow? You have seen that while sliding over the snow, the skiers use long flat skies. Why they use these long flat skies instead of short skies? So students, answer for this question is, the skiers use long and flat skies to slide on the snow because a large area of the cross section of skies reduces the pressure on the snow. Okay, as the area is more of that skies, okay, that flat skies, the area is really more, so it will act the pressure in the reduced form. Okay, so it reduces the pressure on the snow and prevents the skies from sinking into the soft ground. So the skiers easily slide over the snow without sinking their feet into the ground. Here, what is the application of pressure over here, students? Here it is also, this question is related to the area. Okay, because the area of that flat skies is more, that's why the pressure exerts over there is less. So thank you, students. Here I hope you all are get the application of pressure topic. That means it is really not more, that means it is not in your syllabus that kind of questions, but students, you should know the application type of questions also. Okay, some of the times the application based type of questions are also asked, but you have to just think scientifically and imaginary. So why these things are happen in our surrounding? What is exactly a relation of the things which we have seen in the science chapters, whether that things are really correlated with our surrounding things or not. So your science attitude will goes on increasing by thinking such kind of questions. Okay, that's why here for the revision purpose I take these kind of questions, so that you will also get idea about how the application of pressure is in our day-to-day life. Okay, so students, if you have any query regarding any topic, then you can feel free to ask me. You can send your queries to my mail ID. This is my mail ID. Okay, students, thank you.